To return to the Royal Commission, there is widespread concern amongst that part of the community who want to be able to advocate for a free Palestine, for human rights, for the end of the genocide in Gaza, about the government having referenced the government's definition of anti-Semitism being the IHRA definition in the preamble to the Royal Commission. Was that what is the effect in the Royal Commission of that reference in the preamble? Because I note it's not a defined term in the Royal Commission. What's the effect of it?
It means the definition is a matter that the Commission, under the letters patent, would have regard to.
All right. But there are a number of actual defined terms in the Royal Commission in the letters patent. It's not a defined term. What is the community meant to make of that? Have regard to, what does that mean?
Well, I think it's plain language, meaning that the Royal Commission should reference that definition in terms of its consideration of anti-Semitism.
But unlike the defined terms, not bound by it as a defined term. Well, I'm trying to work out what the distinction is. There's express defined terms, and then there's a reference to the government having adopted the IHRA definition. What's the difference?
Well, I think Ms Chigi has summarised it by saying it would be a definition for the Royal Commission to have regard to.
All right. Now, the great bulk of the concern about the IHRA definition isn't the definition itself, but the multiple examples that are included alongside the definition include those which conflate criticism of Israel with anti-Semitism. What's the situation in relation to the letters patent to the examples outside of the definition?
Well, the reference is to the definition,
not the examples.
And it's to the fact that the government has adopted it. Right. But the Royal Commission obviously has the scope to make its own determinations and recommendations.
Indeed. Commissioner Bell can form her own view about it, but to be clear, Secretary, and I cut you off at the end there, I'm sorry for that. The reference in the letters patent is to the definition only, and it doesn't pick up, I think on a plain reading of it, it doesn't pick up the examples. Is that your position?
That is my position, yes.
All right. And is that mindful of the federal court decision of Wertheim and Haddad, which was one of the sort of legal lines of authority which clearly distinguishes between criticism of Israel and anti-Semitism? Is that mindful of at least that line of authority?
Certainly we are aware of that decision, yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, thank you.